What's going on, folks? Bringing in another video. This one's on my dirt. This is my dirt from my traps. Beds when I make them and I need a little extra dirt. What I do is I got me a scoop, Bobcat scoop. My truck, brought it home and loaded it. I just take a spaghetti sifters that you can get at Walmart. This one I just bought today to try it. It was a little bit bigger holes, but I think my other ones sipped it a little bit more powdery. That lets a little bit more through, but that's okay. But I use these, and then I unloaded it, and I filled 8 of these buckets up, 5-gallon buckets, and then I sifted all that when it was dry. And I've got, these are my containers down there that I put the dirt in, and I carry them with me trapping. But I got all those filled up, and then I've got, this is the 32-gallon, and it's almost all the way full. I started on this other dirt, but it rained, and I keep having to scoop the tops off where it's dry. And I got 9 buckets of dirt more to go. They're not all the way full because, like I said, I took off the top. But I got me this, this is a 43-gallon square, and I use it to sift into. I take my sifter and put my dirt in there, and I sift it down to there until I get so much, and then I pour it into this 32-gallon. I got this fan here to dry it, but I don't know if you guys can see it. The sun's on it. Let me see if I can shut the door to the shed. Okay, now you can probably see it better. But this is all good sifted dirt to the top of my traps. No rocks, no big clods. But I think I'll fill that up with the buckets that I've got left. And I'll probably have some more left to put in here, and I'll just store it for years to come for trapping, because dirt's hard to find. Last couple of years I've been digging it up out of my yard. But I went through 10 of those last year, and I probably would have went through more if I would have had it. But if you're in a bean field, I can scoop it up with my sifter, and that helps a lot. But if it's grassy and stuff like that, you have a hard time finding dirt. So if you can get a scoop of dirt, sift your own dirt, I mean, it's a big help, trust me. I think it's just as much a necessity as, you know, your baits and your lures. You gotta have dirt to cover that trap up right and all blend it all in. But I wanted to bring you that, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this dirt this summer as it dries. I keep I had more. These are all my my peat moss. I keep my peat moss in those too, but I keep them in this shed because I put a heater in here in the wintertime, because my dirt and even my peat moss stiffens up and kind of clogs up, and the heater kind of keeps it not frozen. So, and then my other barrel over there has got my deer corn in it, and I got this powdered stuff I put on it. It's called Khmer Deer. But this is another thing I got going on here. I made this, Mom had this old water bed, and I took the frame and build me a box that don't have a bottom in it. It goes from one side of the truck to the other in the back and fits right down in there. and it won't slide out the back or go forward because of the wheel wells. But I've made that, and then this piece goes to it too. It'll run up from the box, and then there's a piece that holds the barrel in, a bucket in, and it runs up to the front, and I can stick buckets and stuff down the side of the truck and reach in there and grab it. But it's going to work out pretty good. I'm going to use the truck a lot this year. Last year it was pretty cold on the four-wheeler. I about froze my hands off, and I took my car across the field. But I got this truck now, and I'm going to use it, and I built this box go in the back so all my stuff don't slide out. It'll be my trapping box, so I'm pretty excited about it. And then I got me a new 22 pistol, semi-automatic 22 pistol that I'll have to dispatch my animals instead of carrying the dang rifle around. And I've also been working on these old Victors. They had old crappy chain. I think this is like a number 3 chain. It's a little excessive, but I had it laying around, so I cut some pieces and I connected these Victors back on the bottom. I don't know why I put them on the side. I didn't like them. I like traps that connect to the bottom. Holds your coyote a lot better. And then on my other ones, I just bought the number 2. I got to get some swivels tomorrow. I'm going to Everhart's Outdoors in Clinton, Missouri. And then I'm like short 3 swivels. But I got the other 3 Victors done. And then I got 6 more Victors. So I got 12 Victors, 18 Dukes that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to use them as a last resort. But this is what I got. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Now tell me that don't excite a trapper when you open up a box and see all those traps. I've got 24 Bridger number 2 dogless. I'm fixing to take them to a buddy of mine, and I'm going to have him spot weld 4 places on each side of that base plate, because as you can see, they have rivets in them. Yeah, they may hold up, but these traps cost so much money that you might as well do it just in case. You're not only losing a coyote, you're losing money off your traps. So, and these were almost $150 a dozen. I can't remember what they were. I got them at F&T Harvesters. That's where I get all my stuff mostly, unless I go to Clinton, Missouri, and they got very much. So it's hard to find anything unless you order it off the internet. Then I've got 2 different colors. I'm gonna try this color. They didn't have that when I first started painting them. This is a satin espresso. It's the closest brown I've came to looking like dirt. So I got 8 cans of the other stuff. It's like it's a camo flat color. I painted some last year, but I noticed they started rusting, and I'm sure it's because it's a flat. So I'm gonna maybe hit them with the flat and then get some more of this color and hit them. I used Full Metal Jacket last year, and I tell you what, I was very disappointed in it. I heard so many good things about it, but nobody really explains how many times a season you have to dip them in Full Metal Jacket. This is where I hang my Victors, here in this other shed. Like I said, I've got few of them with new chains, thicker chains, number 2. Now this is a link chain, like a swing set chain that came on them originally. That's better than what you can buy at Walmart. So I just kind of left those 2. I took all these and power washed them at the car wash. I did these yesterday. I got to soak them in vinegar to get all the rust off of them. And that's my Bridger number 3 that just, oh my gosh. But all my DPs are down there at the bottom. Can't see because of my 4-wheeler, but you know, this Full Metal Jacket, this is what you get when you use Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, I only dipped them once, but I mean, you can still see a little bit on that one even. Some Full Metal Jacket. I don't believe I even used that one that much. I have one of these where the pan is, that's it. The pan is totally frozen shut. It will not move because of the rust. So, I mean, just let y'all know, I really don't approve of Full Metal Jacket. I'm not dipping 5-6 times a season when I can. I painted these last year. This is that color I was telling you about. I used this one, and see, it kind of rusted still. But that was 2 weeks. I could still smell the paint. I put it in the ground anyways. Still caught a coyote off of it, so here's a Duke that I did last year. Ain't too bad. But I think it's going to work better. See that? That still was better than Full Metal Jacket. I don't like the dips. They gum everything up, and I tried that my first year, and I don't like it. I am not dipping my traps in that crap. It's expensive. It takes forever. I can just sit out here and open these traps up and spray paint them. If I got to spray paint them, put a coat on them every year, like I power wash these, and that paint never even came off. So, but I got there. This is the camouflage right there. That's what I'm talking about. This is where I keep my extra peat moss in this cattle tank here. Boil my traps in that. Got my vinegar ready. Got all my trapping tools cleaned. Got me some new PVC pipes cut for my pipe sets and my new set that I'm going to start doing. My dirt mound pipe set. And that's my antifreeze. It's pretty much where I keep everything in 2 different sheds. So, but I just thought I'd bring that to you guys. I did it all that. Last time I was going to bring you this, I sighted that box and that shed there. This wall was all rotten. There was a door there, and I had to rebuild the whole left corner of the whole floor, put up a new wall and frame. It's got different colored siding, but oh well. So then I just cut me a hole on the inside, keep the water out, put me up some metal sheeting for roofing. This summer I've done this. I've taken all the water drips off here and made a big gully here. So I just kind of shoveled gravel in there. This was all dirt. I got gravel in there. Water comes off here. Had a big gigantic hole, so I just extended it over. This one I usually put a board up in wintertime. Just kind of put gravel up in there. This is where we keep the mowers. But Of course, right over there is where I go over to the pond. Done a lot of stuff to this place. We got some gravel delivered, and I had to fix this whole driveway. Had some extras, so I just made a path going off the driveway into the shed. That was a big drop down off of them where them black mats are. Kind of made it flat. This is my mom's house. Made her a gravel walkway going from the driveway, and all that landscaping I did for my mom, and I did that thing out there in the middle. I'm getting stones around it now, but it's been a busy summer, guys, and it's hot. Got the pool done for my daughter. All that up there behind the pool, I had to mow all that. I have different trails that go up into there. It comes out there. I do a lot of mowing. And then I live on my mom's land, and I live down there towards the front. And I gotta mow all that part down there and then some on the other side of the driveway. But most of this gets baled, so well, I thought I'd bring that to you guys. I'll probably do another one of my baits and lures later, and I'll throw in my newly painted brand new traps. I'll show you when I'm done with them. So thanks for watching, and leave me a comment if you'd like. If you're not subscribing, subscribe. Got any comments, any questions, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I can do what I can to help you. So I'll get back with y'all later and do you another video. And itching for trapping season to come around, so I work all summer long getting things ready. So for trapping and deer hunting. So alright, thanks guys. Later.